The Wigmore Hall? Was that your idea or Josephine's?
Susan, what do you think?
Well, you may enjoy it, I suppose. What are they playing?
Oh, the usual bunch of instruments, I imagine. Not exactly my thing. Still, when you're courting, it's important to make compromises. Besides, I have a counter-proposal. Look what I found in the local rag.
Massage parlour offers discreet services.
No! Further down, here.
For sale, Triumph 450 with sidecar, good condition.
And a bargain at 30 quid. What do you think?
A motorbike, you and Josephine?
As a young man, I was all over the lowlands in two wheels. She may need a little encouragement, I agree, but spring has arrived, fresh air beckons.
Black pudding and chips on fried bread.
Not in here, it doesn't. It's like breathing lard. Tell me, Beryl, have you ever thought of opening a window, or what about this, a pavement section?
What, go continental? Nah, that'd be downright dangerous, wouldn't it?
Dangerous? Why?
Stands to reason. When I have to throw some stroppy market porter out, the pavement's where he lands. Throw him off the pavement, he's in front of a trolley bus. Result, carnage.
I'd never thought of it like that.
Whose was the black pudding?
Don't you sometimes despair of the English, Bill?
It's my natural condition. But I think you're talking about something else.
Oh, I suppose I am. Spring always reminds me of Paris. The whiff of Gauloise, the copies of Sartre.
While Beryl's has more armpits than the Racing Post, I agree. But you'll get back there, Susan, don't worry.
Mrs. Daunt, good morning to you. Can I tempt you to a Beryl special?
Thank you, no. The delightful smell of your all-day breakfast is never far from my fire escape, and the effect on my appetite is not positive. Bill? Susan?
Just on our way up, Josephine.
Good, because there's an office to man and a visit to make. I've just received a phone call from a Madame Vivienne Brion.
From France?
No, South Kensington. We'll take the tube.
Daunt and Dervish by Guy Meredith, with Anna Massey as Josephine Daunt and Frances Barber as Susan Dervish. Episode 2, Reste-t-il de Nos Amours.
Please, come in, sit down. Make yourselves comfortable. You will take some coffee?
That smells like it's real.
As you know, in this part of London there is a strong French community. We appreciate the fine things of life, our food, our couture, par exemple. And we have our ways of obtaining them.
Oh, very convenient. But you said on the telephone, Madame Brion, that it was a question of a painting.
Ah, you turn to business immediately. Good. Yes, a painting that I wish to purchase goes on auction this afternoon. Here is the catalogue. I would like you to bid on my behalf.
Is there some reason why you can't attend the auction yourself, Madame Brion?
How old do you think I am, Miss Dervish?
Well, about...
As you can see, I live a simple, a quiet life. Such gatherings of people, such excitement is no longer for me.
But despite this simple life, it's the Monet marked here that you're interested in, is it not? The Louvre, viewed from the west.
Exactement. A beautiful piece, or so I understand. I will pay your usual fee, perhaps a little more. It is important that I have someone I can trust.
And if I may ask, why did you come to us?
Ah, ça, c'est simple. One asks around. Vous étiez dans la guerre, non?
I was an undercover agent around Paris. Josephine was my London contact. We worked for special operations.
Then you helped to liberate my country. That is all I need to know. I will give you a signed check. My limit for the painting is £500.
That's a lot of money.
I fear it will not sell for less. But at £500 you must stop. I am a widow. I cannot afford more. Will you undertake this task for me?
I don't see why not.
Excellent! I am so pleased. You have already risked your lives, not for la gloire, but for the freedom of others. I am sure I can rely on you. Another cup of coffee, perhaps?
Well, if you insist.
Perhaps not, Madame Brion. As you said before, if there is business to be done, we had better do it. Susan? Frosty? Who's Frosty?
You are. You were short with Madame Brion for a start.
Oh, well, she's about as false as they come. All this coquettish, how old do you think I am? She's about 50.
She looks well on it.
Which is precisely why she posed the question. And then this liberty, fraternity, equality nonsense. If she wants us to do a job, she could just ask us to do
A
it.
little flattery doesn't go amiss. It's the French way. But I don't think that's at the bottom of your malaise.
What do you mean by that?
When you came into Beryl's this morning, you already had a face like thunder. I admit the smell of frying drifting up the fire escape hardly puts one in the best of moods, but there's more to it than that, isn't there? Is it Bill and I having breakfast together?
Not in itself. It just... Well, it's just that one feels a little left out. Is he complaining?
About what?
Oh, I don't know. The Wigmore Hall, for instance.
No, absolutely not.
A relationship is a matter of shared interests. And if I can't share my interests with Bill...
Right. And vice versa, of course.
Of course.
Excuse me. Hello? Hello there.
Yeah?
Mr. Ferguson,
Yeah?
I phoned earlier about the Triumph 450.
Oh, yeah. Nice little bike. Very nice little bike.
May I see it?
No, I'm afraid not. It's gone, mate. Went. Sold.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you something else, though. Got a few other numbers here. Mind you, sorry, that's it. Now, don't mind the spare parts. They tend to accumulate. Fergie's bikes. I'm known from here to Clapham.
I must say, I had the impression that it was a private sale.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it, with just the two of us here? Now, what do you think of that?
Well, that's an Norton.
No, my friend. That's the Norton.
The Norton.
The Norton that Freddie Frith won the Manx TT on. Well, bits of it, anyway.
I must say,
Yeah, I know.
in my young days, I'd always fancied myself astride a Norton.
Of course you did.
Neckerchief stiff in the slipstream.
You don't want a sedate little Triumph in a sidecar, do you?
Well, I did.
Try her out, my friend. Take her on the road.
All done at £40. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
No great prizes achieved so far from the sound of things. When's the Monet up?
Next, I think. Yes, they're bringing it onto the podium. Madame Brion's right. It's a fine painting.
Yes, and that view. Oh, my goodness, it takes me back.
The next item is Lot 23, the Louvre, viewed from the west by Claude Monet. This painting, unseen for many years, forms part of a set of paintings of the museum, each from a different angle. I shall start the bidding at the reserve price of £60. Do I have £60?
Have you done this before?
60.
Of course, at Newmarket.
And
Newmarket?
My father used to take me to the
100
bloodstock auction.
I thought you knew
With you,
something
sir?
about art.
I do. I'm just not used to buying it this way.
And
My
40.
father's technique was
And
hold back at the
60.
beginning and come on strong in the later
£180.
stages.
Did he get that from a jockey?
Susan, trust me.
£200, 200, 220, and 40, £260, 280. Do I have 300? Thank you, madam.
You did it. We're in.
320, 320. With you, madam, 340. Sir, 360. Madam,
Yes?
380. Sir,
Who is that man? Where is he, for that matter?
400. £400. Madam,
Yes? Over there, near the front, rather corpulent. Seems to be wearing a toupee.
420 to you, sir. Madam, 440.
Oh, yes, I see him. Well, I wish he'd give up.
460. Thank you, sir. With you, madam, for 480. 480. Sir, do I have 500?
If he bids this, we're finished.
£500. Thank you, sir. Any more than £500?
I'm afraid not.
Lot number 23 for £500 once, £500 twice.
Oh, what the hell. 510.
What are you doing? We were told to give up at 500.
I know, but I hate losing. I'll pay the extra tenner myself.
But what if it's not just an extra tenner? What if...
Mr. White Evans, I must object.
Now what's going on?
Mr. Langridge,
It's the man with the toupee.
This constitutes illicit bidding.
I beg your pardon.
I demand that these women be expelled from the sale room immediately.
Madame Brion, you can dress it up how you like. The fact remains we were tricked.
I think that is a little strong.
Well, I don't. It turns out that you were selling the painting, and our bidding for it was seen quite rightly as an attempt to raise its price.
You'd kept your name out of the catalogue, so we had no way of knowing.
Enfin, oui, mais...
It was extremely embarrassing to be unmasked in front of all those people, and we could hardly deny it. These professionals know how much a painting should go for, and when a pair of complete strangers come in, flashing their money around...
But if you had observed the limit I gave you...
That's hardly a defence.
In the end, the sale was annulled, and we've been banned from every auction house in the land. Not that that's a body blow. Anyway, here. We brought the painting back.
Goodbye, Madame Brion.
Je suis désolée.
I'm sorry?
No, I am sorry. I should not have done it.
Good. Well, contrition is something.
If you knew what it cost me to part with the Monet in the first place. It is all I have left from mon pauvre Henri.
Your husband?
Yes. That and his Croix de Guerre.
Your husband was awarded the Croix de Guerre.
You need not sound so disbelieving, Mrs. Daunt. I have admitted to one deception. That does not mean I am always dishonest. Here.
Thank you. He was in the resistance?
Yes, and that is how he died. This medal I would never part with. But the painting...
Why did you put it up for sale?
Why does anyone sell anything? Because I need the money. And given that I had to let it go, I wanted to make as much as I could. I admit now it was the wrong thing to do.
You're hardly going to find it easy to sell again. Not at auction, at any rate.
Then that is my punishment, n'est-ce pas? I must return it to the vault.
You don't keep it here in the flat?
No. Even at its proper value, that would be too much of a risk. It stays normally at the Banque Nationale in Mayfair. Somehow I must deliver it there.
Mayfair? Well, I suppose we could take it, couldn't we?
Susan!
Ah, vraiment? Cela serait très gentil.
If we took a taxi, it would be on our way after all.
Oh, very well.
Ah, the English. You are so kind. I can only thank you again.
What do you think, my friend? What do you make of her?
When exactly did Freddie Frith win the Manx TT?
1937, but they didn't hold it during the war, so it's not that long ago, and you can feel the power, can't you? The cylinders, the pistons...
Well, you can that.
You want her, don't you? You must have her.
How much?
40 nicker.
40.
35, and I'll throw in the goggles for free.
Does he ring a bell with you, Henri Brion?
I didn't go over until 42.
No, but you might have heard of him.
If he wasn't operating in the Paris area. Besides, there were so many code names.
That's true.
And that was a genuine Croix de Guerre, if that's what you're thinking.
I don't know. Perhaps I've been too hard on Vivienne Brion. Still, when George died, all he left me were debts.
And a good thing, too, or we might never have started out the agency. It's just in Berkeley Square, on the left, driver.
Right you are.
You'd be lunching at Harvey Nichols and complaining about the impossibility of finding maids, and I'd be... Well, I don't know, really.
Back in Paris?
Would I? I'm not sure. Paris wasn't too kind to me in the last days.
You mean Marcel? One man's faithlessness doesn't taint a whole city, Susan.
There you go, ladies. The Banque National.
Thank you. We're just delivering this package, and then you can take us on to Covent Garden.
Righto. You want a hand?
No, we can manage, thanks.
What on earth? Give me that.
I certainly won't.
Josephine!
Painting.
Never mind about the painting. Are you all right?
That's a nasty bump. If only I'd been there.
If only you had, Bill.
What sort of vermin hits a woman with a blackjack? I'd have wrung his neck, stocking mask and all.
Actually, I didn't mean that. I meant that if you'd been there, I wouldn't currently have a sink with an oily tide mark and a kitchen full of rusting but unidentifiable pieces of motorbike.
It's a slight transmission problem, and believe me, I'm as disappointed as you are. Still, nearly had it fixed when you came back.
That's not quite the point, Bill.
Still no reply at Madame Brion's, I'm afraid.
Well, at least that gives us a little more time.
Us? An assault? A stolen work of art? Josephine, this is a police matter.
And no doubt the taxi driver will have called them. But we need to act independently.
It's a case of widow's nose, Bill.
What?
Look, there are two possible explanations for the theft of the Monet. One is simply that somebody wanted it badly enough to steal it.
Like who?
Like the man with the toupee we were bidding against at the auction. Hugh Langridge, wasn't it?
Fair enough. And the second explanation?
Madame Brion needs cash, she says. It's not going to be so easy to sell the Monet now, but undoubtedly it's insured, so...
A fraud.
All the more convincing if it's in apparently expert hands when it disappears, wouldn't you say?
But is there any evidence for that? I mean, she'd need friends in low places, at least.
Who's to say she hasn't got them? It's a question of watching her as closely and as quickly as possible.
Very well, let's get on to it. But look, if this Langridge man's a suspect for attacking you, I want to be the one to face him out.
Noble sentiments, Bill, and I thank you for them. But no, my assailant, though unidentifiable, was rather shorter on avoirdupois than Langridge.
Besides which, there's another problem. Madame Brion already knows us, so it would be that much more difficult to keep a covert eye on her.
I see.
Yes. So it may be that the bang on the head has affected my reason, but we'll tackle Langridge, and Bill, I'd like you to get into as close proximity as possible with a rather elegant French widow.
Stolen? The money was stolen.
You find that amusing, Mr. Langridge?
Well, there's a certain poetic justice in it, you have to admit. It was snatched from under my nose when the sale was annulled. Now you've lost it.
We didn't lose it. My colleague was hit with a cosh.
Well, that's too bad, obviously, but even so...
Mr. Langridge, do you own this gallery?
Yes, of course I do. That's why my name's on the fascia.
Then your response surprises me. It's hardly one of an art lover. I take it you deny any involvement in the theft.
Any involvement?
You knew the Monet was returned to Madame Brion and that we were working for her.
How dare you?
All right, keep your hair on.
I beg your pardon?
I don't think we need trouble you further. Except, do you specialise in French art, Mr. Langridge?
You can see it around the walls, can't you? Why do you think I wanted the Monet?
Quite. And it's currently good value, is it?
When the prices aren't artificially inflated, yes. Now, Mrs. Daunt, I'm a busy man. If you're here to buy, please look around. Otherwise, would you be...
Mr. Langridge?
Yes?
Telephone, long distance.
Oh, yes, all right, I'm coming. Perhaps you'd make sure that these ladies leave the premises.
With pleasure. French widows in every room. Come on, Madame Brion, show yourself. Let's see exactly how elegant you are. Aha, well, no mistake there.
Taxi!
A suitcase too. So where are you off to?
At times like this, only two-wheel transport will do. Sleek, maneuverable, and unobtrusive. More or less.
What was all that about with Langridge? French art being good value?
Was something that occurred to me while we were talking. When you were in Paris, what were the Germans doing?
Trying to kill me. It wasn't personal, though.
And how did they behave to the rest of the population?
However they liked. There was a lot of resentment, but a lot of docility, too.
What about looting?
I didn't see any, but I'm sure it went on. You mean the paintings? The ones in the gallery?
There must be something of a glut on the market. If I was an art dealer, a less than scrupulous one, that's the area I'd go for.
But surely if the paintings were stolen, it would be common knowledge.
Not necessarily. It depends what state the records are in. Do you still have contacts at the French embassy?
Yes, of course. Does this mean you think Langridge is the villain rather than Madame Brion?
At the moment, I'm not ruling anything out. I'll make you a list of everything I can remember from Langridge's walls. You can check it at the embassy.
And you?
Me? I want to see how stringent they are about that ban at Christie's.
fire station. That makes life a little more difficult. Let's see if I can discreetly...
Oi, you! You can't leave that motorbike there.
Marvellous.
Can't you read the sign? Taxis only.
So much for incognito and... Oh dear.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Yes. Hello.
You are following me?
No, not at all.
But you are outside my flat.
Well, perhaps, but there's such a thing as coincidence.
I am not convinced. Would you raise your goggles, please?
Raise my... of course, yes.
You have gentle eyes. Do you know that?
I haven't been told. Not for a while, anyway.
I think you work for those two ladies, don't you?
I couldn't actually confirm.
Please, tell them from me. They have helped me more than they could know for a cause as important as only they could imagine. Will you do that?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. You know, it feels strange living after all this time. J'ai peur. J'ai vraiment peur. Embrassez-moi.
I say... Right.
Merci. Et adieu.
Platform 3 for the 5:35 boat train to Paris.
Sisley, Pissarro. This is quite a list of paintings.
But are they stolen? That's the point.
If only I could say. The war has been over for less than 2 years, Miss Dervish. That may seem a long time, but to establish ownership of everything that is missing...
So, Langridge could sell these paintings with impunity?
At the moment, yes. Believe me, I am sorry I cannot be more helpful.
No. That's all right.
You are settling into your new life here?
Yes, I suppose so. Look, there's just one other thing. Does the name Henri Brion mean anything to you?
Henri Brion? Yes, of course. He is a hero.
So he did win the Croix de Guerre. Can you tell me how?
Mrs. Daunt, it isn't simply that you're banned from here. I'm busy preparing an auction of 18th century furniture. Careful with that commode.
Yes, sir.
But if Christie's is so protective of its reputation, why do you allow a man like Langridge in here?
I don't know what you mean, a man like Langridge. If we have to insist on the credentials of every single dealer...
Tell me, do you think he was bidding for that Monet on his own behalf?
I have no idea.
This Ormolu clock, sir?
With the others?
You see, I don't think he was. Or he wouldn't have gone so high.
What difference does it make?
Potentially a great deal. Tell me something. You said at the auction that the view of the Louvre forms part of a series of 4 paintings.
That's correct. There are 3 others from different compass points.
And where are those other 3 now?
Good question.
Thank you. What's the answer?
Well, the answer, Mrs. Daunt, is that neither I nor anyone else knows. Well, that may not be precisely true, but they have, to all intents and purposes, disappeared.
Disappeared? When?
Well, they were last seen in the spring of 1940 at the Louvre itself.
Shortly before the German occupation?
Precisely. Plans have been made to transport as much art as possible out of the way of the advancing army for obvious reasons. None of the Louvre views, however, reached the depot to which they were heading.
Then where did they go?
We cannot be sure. All we know is that they were accompanied by 2 art experts working with the Resistance. One was...
Let me guess. Henri Brion?
Exactly. When he left Paris, it was the last time he was seen alive. His body was found 1 week later.
And the other man? The other expert?
That we cannot be sure of.
But you must know something.
He had a code name. That is all I can tell you. He was known as Sylvestre.
She caught the train to Paris.
It would seem so. I followed her as far as the barrier to the Dover train.
Did she turn round and crinkle your leathers again?
Actually, she seemed genuinely afraid. Determined, but afraid. And she spoke as though, I don't know, as though she wouldn't be coming back.
There you go, Mr. Mackey. A barrel special with an extra spam fritter.
Really, thanks.
Oh, Bill, how could you?
It's very nourishing.
Helped me more than they could know for a cause as important as only they could imagine.
Those were our words,
The resistance is over, but there are still scores to be settled. If Henri Brion died at the hands of this man Sylvestre...
Then Madame Brion might have gone to Paris to exact revenge. Agreed?
Only if she's managed to establish a trail.
Exactly. That must be why she put the painting up for sale. If Sylvestre's got the other 3, he'll be after the 4th in the set. She wanted him to break cover.
But he didn't. He didn't come to the Christie's auction. He bid via Langridge.
So Langridge must know who Sylvestre is.
Most likely.
If he does, I'll wring it out of him. But what about Madame Brion?
What about her?
Well, if she's walking into danger, should we really abandon her?
You really are rather taken with our French friend, aren't you, Bill?
Not at all.
Bill's right. If there's a top-line traitor left over from the resistance, he's not going to give in easily. Plus, if revenge is in the air, I'm not immune to it.
What do you mean?
There's an 8 o'clock train from Victoria which connects with the sleeper from Calais. We've just got time to eat first. Beryl, 2 more specials.
Coming up.
Oh, no, not for me. But Paris? Susan, are you sure?
You'll need to pack an overnight bag.
Paris. Oh, what on earth to wear? Yes?
Josephine.
Oh, Bill, come in.
Look, I don't know how to put this, but you're not really jealous, are you?
Jealous? Of whom?
Of Madame Brion, of course.
Of Madame Brion? Bill, the idea.
Oh, good.
As if I would be. I feel quite insulted.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean...
I don't make comparisons of that sort. With someone who's had every opportunity to pamper herself. I'm a working woman, Bill. I don't have the time or the occasion for beauty salons or fancy cosmetics or...
Right, got you. So long as that's clear, then. Oh, and listen, about the motorbike. I was perhaps a little ahead of myself, assuming you might want to ride pillion round the country.
It's all right, Bill. It may not be my preferred mode of transport, but I'm flattered by your assumption of togetherness.
Well, I'm enjoying our renewed time with one another.
Are you? So am I, Bill.
Good. I'm not sure I should be sending you off to France alone, though.
But I'll have Susan with me.
I meant both of you alone. I should come with you.
No, Bill. It's better that someone stays and tackles Langridge.
Perhaps you're right. Take care of yourself.
I will, Bill. I will.
Susan.
Oh.
Susan?
Oh.
Susan?
What? Yes. What is it?
You were having nightmares, I think.
Yes.
I told you Beryl's special was a mistake.
Oh.
But look. We're nearly there.
The Eiffel Tower.
That's right. Come on, let's get ourselves spruced up.
The Hugh Langridge Gallery. Hello? Anybody at home? I'm going to steal your paintings.
What do you want?
To speak to Mr. Langridge. My name's Bill Mackey.
Doesn't matter what your name is. He's not here.
And you would be?
None of your business. Now sling your hook.
Now then, young man, manners.
Oh, let me go.
Is that a cosh in your pocket, or are you just... Good Lord, it is a cosh in your pocket.
Go off.
Something tells me you're the young man who attacked my colleague. And I thought the art world was full of porcelain-featured intellectuals. Now, where's Mr. Langridge?
I told you, he's not here.
And where exactly is not here?
He's gone. He's gone abroad.
Abroad?
Oh, I just want to drink it up. The whole atmosphere.
The Latin Quarter, the Rive Gauche, Saint-Sulpice. It hasn't changed, has it?
No bombs, that's the thing. Apart from the ones we planted.
Et deux croissants.
Merci. No, it hasn't changed at all. But more to the point, if Madame Brion is here stalking Sylvestre...
That gives us 2 people to find out of 3 million. Well, we might assume that Sylvestre's still connected with the art world. Even so, it's a needle in a haystack. Unless...
Unless what?
If Sylvestre was a turncoat, there'll be people who remember him.
People from within the resistance?
If they were highly enough placed.
And how would we find such a person?
I don't think that would be too difficult, would it?
You mean Marcel?
Yes.
That's not why I wanted to come to Paris.
I know.
It's...
I know. But it makes sense, doesn't it? And you could find him quite easily.
I'm not sure.
You could. You know you could.
Will you come too?
Me? No. I think this is a reunion you should undertake alone. I'll go for a stroll. A pity we didn't bring Bill, really. I could have shown him the sights.
Ferry, at last. Oh no, don't raise the ramp. Come on, you wretched machine, faster!
Qu'est-ce que vous prenez, madame?
Je ne sais pas. Un anis, s'il vous plaît.
Un anis, comme d'habitude.
Marcel?
Un anis. Et pour monsieur?
La même chose.
Autre anis.
So, how have you been?
Up and down. And you?
Up and down, yes. I was surprised to hear from you, and more surprised that you were here in Paris.
It was an unexpected visit. Your wife and family?
They are well, thank you.
Autre anis.
Good. So, water?
Did I ever?
No. Then, santé.
Santé. It is really very good to see you again. I think about you a lot.
Well, that's nice.
How we fought together, how we...
Yes, but I have a new life now, Marcel. A new life and a new business. And I need a name from you.
A name? What sort of business are you in?
Just at the moment, the treachery business. Who was Sylvestre?
Sylvestre?
Resistance member. Maybe turned collaborator. Helped to evacuate the Louvre. Been lying low or maybe gone back to his previous identity.
Sylvestre.
You know, don't you?
Susan, look around you. The men and women in this bar, they too are trying to get on with their lives. In Britain it is easier. You were not overrun. There was no division, no sense of shame. Here we want to forget the past.
We or you?
I already told you. You are in my mind all the time.
As a historical fact, perhaps. You also told me you would leave your wife.
Yes, I did. And so I am a traitor too, is that it? Yes, that is it. I'm sorry. I can only apologize.
No. That's not all you can do. You can make it up to me. Tell me who Sylvestre is.
You are pulling at the strings of the establishment, Susan. They may unravel.
Tell me.
Very well. But before I do, I want you to know, I think about you because I still have feelings for you. And every day, I have to deny those feelings. Every day of my life.
The Louvre.
Oui, le Louvre. C'est là, madame. C'est magnifique, n'est-ce pas? Mais c'est fermé aujourd'hui.
What? Oh, yes. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
De rien.
The Louvre. Viewed from the west. Just like the painting. One can see why a collector would cherish the view. Oh, good Lord.
Mrs. Daunt, you are surprised to see me. Not as surprised as I am to see you. But then, of course, you are a professional.
How do you mean?
Your steps were drawn to this spot by instinct, perhaps. You knew I would be here. But this is a dangerous place. You must leave immediately.
Not until you tell me who Sylvestre is and what you intend to do.
You know the answer to the second question. I will kill him the same way he killed Henri. Because Henri knew he would steal the paintings and had managed to smuggle one to me.
Were you at Christie's during the auction? You must have been.
Yes. At the back. Somewhere behind you. Of course, it was a disappointment when Langridge bid for the painting, but at least I knew that Langridge was a link to Sylvestre.
And somehow you've persuaded him to reveal Sylvestre's identity. Yes, but why would he do that?
Because I told him where he could steal the painting. From yourself and your colleague. I apologize once again, but I needed to find Sylvestre.
Go on, then. Who is he?
This will amuse you. Look at the sign. Here. Le Louvre. Directeur, René Dubois.
I don't understand. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sylvestre. Latin, silver, a forest. And Dubois. Wood again.
Almost poetic, isn't it? And I have Henri's old gun. That is poetic too, wouldn't you say?
Vivienne, give it to me.
Please. Is this your British notion of fair play? You think we should arrange a duel?
Give me the gun.
Let me go. You want it to go off?
She's right, you know.
Comment?
Guns can be dangerous things, which is exactly why I'm carrying one. So hand me yours, Madame Brion, and let me invite you to a private viewing. Such a privilege, don't you agree? One's own private key to the Louvre, staff entrance only, and after hours, but what can one expect? So many masterpieces, Delacroix, Poussin, David.
Where are you taking us?
You want to meet Dubois, don't you? Who am I to stand in your way? Left here.
You've been a step ahead of her all along, haven't you? You always intended to lure her here.
Indeed we did. I'm afraid Madame Brion knows far too much. The falling out over the stolen paintings, Henri Brion's defiance in hiding the last one, sending it to England with her.
I don't need a gun. I will kill Dubois with my bare hands.
Will you? I don't think so. No, I really don't think so. Here's his office. Open the door, would you, Madame Brion?
Avec plaisir, you sale meurtrier.
Monsieur le Directeur, may I present Madame Daunt and Madame Brion?
Il est mort.
I'm afraid so, as a doornail. As a dodo.
You shot?
Indeed I did. But it's not going to look that way. Because now I have Madame Brion's fingerprints on the door handle.
And you can keep all four of the Monets for yourself.
They do go beautifully together. And not so beautiful that I wouldn't want to sell them, of course.
Vous êtes pire que lui.
I certainly hope so. By the way, Mrs. Daunt, where is your colleague?
She's, seeing a friend.
Really? Miss Dervish, do join us. And please don't hesitate, or I shall shoot Mrs. Daunt rather earlier than I intended to.
Sorry, Josephine. I should have been more suspicious when I found the side entrance unlocked.
I assumed you two wouldn't be parted for long. And disposing of you both is going to be rather a chore. Still, first things first. Madame Brion, here is the gun with which you killed your arch-enemy. Take it, please. Go on.
You make fun of me. Oh.
It's no longer loaded, of course. I'm simply making sure your prints are once again nicely placed. And with the other gun, as you're about to realize, Monsieur Dubois killed you. And this one, naturally, is loaded.
Don't. Not in cold blood.
Cold blood is my speciality. Madame Daunt, stand clear, please. I'll be with you in a moment. What on earth?
It's Bill!
It's who?
You're right. Bill, we're here.
Whoever the hell you are, come here and I'll finish you off.
Oh, will you really? Back to be more accurate than that against a moving target. Missed by a mile, Langridge.
I have to say once again, Bill, you cut it rather fine.
It wasn't so much the trip from London. I took a wrong turn by the Mona Lisa. Hugh Langridge, however, was unavoidable.
The police will get the full story from his hospital bed.
Will they return the bike, though? That's what's worrying me. They said they might have to impound it as material evidence.
We can only hope and pray. Susan?
Hmm?
You're very quiet. Drinking up the atmosphere of the Boule Miche?
Sort of. You know, you were right. The real reason I wanted to come to Paris was to see Marcel again.
I didn't say that.
But you thought it.
And now?
And now it's over. Definitively.
Forgive and forget. That would probably have been a good motto for Vivienne Brion, too.
Amazing that Dubois was director of the Louvre and still wanted the Monets for himself.
There's no end to greed, even when it comes to culture. Oh, damn!
What's the matter?
I've just remembered. Those tickets for the Wigmore Hall. They were for tonight.
Oh, that's too bad.
But there's no end to greed, even when it comes to culture. Why don't we just enjoy what we've got around us? Paris.
Dans un nuage, le cher visage de mon passé.
In Episode 2, Daunt and Dervish by Guy Meredith, Josephine Daunt was played by Anna Massey and Susan Dervish by Frances Barber. Bill Mackie by Sean Scanlon, Vivienne Brion by Sian Thomas, and Hugh Langridge by Roger Hammond. Marcel Harry Myers, Beryl Elizabeth Bell, Andrew White-Evans Thomas Wheatley, and the motorbike salesman Kim Wall. The director was Colin Guthrie.
Yeah, remember me? The Norton.
Yeah.
I was wondering, could I trade it in?
But trade it in? How faithless can you be?
Well, the thing is...
I'll tell you what. I've got a Motor Guzzi back here. It's a sweet little Italian number.
Well,
Take you from 0 to 80 before you can say your own name and handle it.
I was thinking more of cash.
No, wait till you feel her, my friend. Take her out on the road, open her up.